Before we begin this incredible journey into the mysteries of Lord Shiva, take a moment to subscribe to our channel if you're fascinated by ancient wisdom, mythology, and the timeless power of Shiva. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Now let's dive in. Have you ever wondered if Lord Shiva, Mahadev, the god of gods, was ever born? Did he come into existence like other beings, or has he always existed, even before time itself began? Most gods in Hindu mythology have well-documented births. Vishnu's avatars, like Rama and Krishna, took human forms and lived among people. But Shiva? His origin remains one of the most profound mysteries in Indian spirituality. In Hindu scriptures, Shiva is called Swayambhu, which means self-born or self-manifested. That already sets him apart. Shiva is not said to have emerged from any womb or divine lineage in the usual sense. He is beyond origin and beyond end. He simply is, timeless, formless, eternal. While many deities are part of cycles of birth and rebirth, Shiva is that which exists beyond all cycles. The story of Shiva's birth is not a story in the conventional sense. There's no tale of a cosmic womb giving rise to Shiva. Instead, different texts describe his appearance not as a birth, but as a sudden manifestation of pure consciousness. One of the oldest references to Shiva can be found in the Rig Veda, where he appears not as the fully formed Mahadev with a trident and snake, but as Rudra, a fierce, stormy deity associated with both healing and destruction. Rudra, later integrated as an aspect of Shiva, is one of the earliest mentions of this divine force. Now let's explore some stories that people often think of as Shiva's origin, but are they really? One of the most well-known tales is of the Daksha Yajna. In this story, Shiva is married to Sati, the daughter of Daksha Prajapati. Daksha disrespects Shiva, and Sati ends up sacrificing herself in grief. This leads to Shiva's famous rage, where he creates Virabhadra to destroy Daksha's Yajna. Many think this is the beginning of Shiva's story, but even in this tale, Shiva was already present, an ascetic, a cosmic yogi, long before Daksha or any other gods appeared. He is never shown as a newborn, but always as a complete, powerful force of nature. Another powerful symbolic story comes from the Shiva Purana, where Brahma and Vishnu argue about who is the supreme creator. During their debate, a massive pillar of fire appears, endless in height and depth. Neither Brahma nor Vishnu can find its beginning or end. Finally, they accept that this fiery column is Shiva himself, infinite and beyond comprehension. This is a turning point. Shiva doesn't enter the scene like a character. He reveals himself as something that was always there, formless, boundless, and eternal. This pillar of fire is known as the Jyotirlinga, and it represents the infinite nature of Shiva. It wasn't born, it had no origin, it simply appeared to show that true divinity cannot be measured, defined, or contained. This story is deeply symbolic. It tells us that Shiva is not a being, but a state of pure existence that defies all categories of time and space. According to Shaivism, Shiva is not a person but a tattva, a principle or element of existence. He is the consciousness behind all creation, known as Shiva Tattva. Before there was form, before there was sound, before there was even the concept of God, there was Shiva, Nirguna Brahman, the formless reality. The concept of Shiva being born is therefore almost meaningless. He didn't come into existence, he is existence itself. Even the form of the Shiva Lingam, which is widely worshipped across India and beyond, symbolizes this idea. The lingam is not a representation of a body or a personality. It is a symbol of the cosmic pillar, the axis of the universe, the source and endpoint of all that is. It represents that which is beyond form, a shape that has no shape, a form that points to the formless. The lingam reminds us that Shiva is not someone who existed once, he is the timeless presence that underlies everything. Some traditions go even deeper, saying Shiva exists before even the concept of creation. In these views, Shiva is not just a god, he is consciousness itself, the awareness that witnesses everything. He is the stillness behind every thought, the silence behind every sound, the presence behind every moment. This idea isn't just found in Hinduism but resonates with many mystical philosophies across the world. So then, was Shiva ever born? The answer is no. At least not in the way we understand birth. Shiva is not bound by the laws of time, space, or biology. He is not an entity that came into being. He is being itself. He is the unmanifest reality that gives rise to all manifestation. He is the watcher, the yogi, the destroyer of illusion. He is the void, the silence, the fire, and the dance. Understanding this changes how we view not just Shiva, but the nature of divinity itself. In a world obsessed with beginnings and endings, Shiva stands as a reminder that some truths have no start and no finish. They just are. And maybe that's what makes Shiva so powerful, not just as a god, but as a symbol of the infinite within us all. If you've made it this far, take a moment to reflect on what Shiva means to you. Is he a god sitting high on Mount Kailash, or is he the stillness inside your own being? Is he the fierce destroyer, or the calm within the chaos? Thank you for watching. If you found this video meaningful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. Tell us in the comments, what does Shiva mean to you? And of course, subscribe for more explorations into the depths of mythology, symbolism, and the eternal power of Mahadev. Om Namah Shivaya.